Good morning. It's Saturday, May the 27th, and here's my good morning vlog. I've already fed Terry, my husband, his breakfast, and I want to get these little pieces put together. I know most of you ladies have already seen this, but I'm just making a little doll quilt for my granddaughter out of some scraps, and I think it's so cute. I've got 6 little pinwheels across, which was just scraps off of another quilt I'd done. So I've got those 3 rows put together. It's 4, 5, 6, 7. I think I put 8 rows, and that'd be big enough. So let's sew just a minute. I ought to be doing this live so you could talk to me while I sew. I'm going to get my little sewing machine over here. And it's probably going to make a funny noise. Let me get what piece was I going to sew on there. And I'm not doing anything fancy with these. I'm just sewing them. They were the scraps, and I'm putting them together just any way they go. But I really think they're cute. Here we go. Alright, had to already wind the bobbins a few minutes ago. Terry was eating his breakfast, and I sat down over here. And he's right over there at the kitchen counter eating. And I always say, when I run out of bobbin, I always kind of make a sound. And he looked at me, "Did you run out of bobbin?" "Yeah, I run out of bobbin." And I wind 2 at a time. So there'll be one in the machine and one here on this, up here waiting to go. And it's always annoying when you run out of both of them, because then you got to stop and wind the bobbin. Here we go. I'm not measuring or cutting. I've not squared anything up. It's just push and pull and make it fit. It's about all I'm doing. I didn't even do much ironing to it. I think I'm in a hurry to get it done because I like it. I'm not sure if little Millie will like it, but Grandma does. Grandma likes it. And it was an idea I got from another quilting friend. Oh, show you my shirt this morning. Blessed are the quilters, for they shall be called the peacemakers. We the peacemakers. Got one more piece on there. So now I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 rows. Got another one here to go on there. This will be 5 rows. So y'all just bear with me, and I'm going to keep on sewing. You don't have to have the quilt in place watching everything you do. You just put them on there and sew them. And someday, if this little quilt lasts a long time, maybe Millie's little grandkids will have the keepsake. Let me make sure. Yep. To not have measured anything, they're actually fitting pretty good. Kind of surprised. You guys tell me what you're working on. Now I'm coming out a little wrong, so I'm going to have to pull this bottom one just a little bit and push the top one to get it to fit. Like I said, there ain't been no measuring or squaring up on anything. And nope. I missed it just a little bit, not by much. Well, I see a problem right there. I see a problem, but I'm not gonna worry about it. I stretched it out, and I don't have the little white piece over here, but that's okay. Just one of those little mistakes that I'm not gonna worry about. If I worried about everything, I'd never get anything done. Now, see how I want to do that one. I think I'm going to let the bottom feed through faster on this one, because the top seems to be bigger than the bottom piece here. Line it up, look at it just a little bit. Y'all can do this. If you watch some of them fancy quilters, everything's perfect, but you don't have to make everything perfect. And everything's not going to fit. You just go with it and get it done. Better finished than perfect, ain't it? I'm wanting to do some other things, but this one just kind of has my attention right now. Because as quaint as it is, I'm kind of excited about it, because I've never made a doll quilt before. But I think I'm going to make some more. I don't think this is going to be my last one. Now that one come out better. But I tell you what, this one down here, it's really wonky. Let's see what this piece will. I'm just going to put it on there. I'm not sure how that one come out so different, but it did. It did come out different, but I'm not going to sweat it. Just gonna gonna live with it. Made another mistake. I forgot to put my white sashing in there. Well, I do want the sashing, so I'm gonna take that out. Gotta get that ripper and rip that out. I only sewed that much. That won't be bad. Let's see. Is that piece long enough? That one's not long. I'm gonna have to go cut me some more of these little pieces. I don't have enough of them. I can put this one though. This one's got one already. This one has this little sashing, so I'll put that one. See how it's gonna fit right here. Alright, one more piece and then I'm gonna get off here. I'm just gonna show you what I was working on. We sew this in and hold it up and get my seam ripper. Get that thread under my. Here we go. We've been having fun in our live hen parties. Y'all need to join us, because the more the merrier. Yeah, I see it. I'm going to have to rip a little bit of this out. I wasn't going to. I was just going to let whatever happened happen. But there's just a little bit I'm going to have to fix. Oh, I was going to tell you guys, I found my needle this morning. I went to turn on the Roku down there and I lost my Roku remote. So I went to moving the recliners around to look for it, and I found the needle. I found a headband I'd lost. I found some of those little plastic clips that I put on the binding when I'm stitching down the quilt binding. And then I never did find that remote, not then. So when my husband come back in, I told him, I said, honey, I've lost the remote. So after he eats breakfast, he goes and looks. And finally we found that remote. You find one thing and you lose something else. Alright, that's what I've got now. That's my little doll quilt. But I'm gonna have to rip that off because I don't have that white sashing, and I've got to cut some. But all's good. We're gonna fix it. I'm gonna fix it. I do think it's cute. Just as cute as it can be. Alright guys, I'm off here just showing you the scraps I was working on and what you can do with remnants and scraps.